While Parisian giants PSG continue to be the dominant force within Ligue, there is one underdog side from the Brittany region of the country that continues to defy the odds. Stade Brestois, or simply known Brest, look likely to go down this season, but are instead competing for places in Europe's elite club competition after a superb campaign. Over the last few years, Brest have been a team that has languished nearer the bottom of the table, achieving 14th, 17th, 11th and 14th place finishes since their return to the top flight. This, it must be noted, is far from unsuccessful for what is a small club with a limited budget and one that is located within an area of France where the competition is fierce, including the likes of Rennes and Nantes, who severely limit the opportunity to capture an extensive amount of talent through the youth systems, for example. But in recent times it has been nothing to write home about, and so it was understandable that fans were concerned in the summer of 2023 that their stint in the top flight could be coming to an end. There are a number of reasons for this. The first was a high turnover of players at the club, including key figures. The versatile forward Honorat departed for Borussia Mönchengladbach after 3 campaigns in which he made top 10 players in Ligue 1 for key passes, crosses and passes into the area, whilst also contributing to 38 goals. Meanwhile, stalwart defender Jean-Kevin Duvin, midfielder Harry Spelkelber, and effective defenders Noah Fadiga and Christopher Herrera also damaged squad depth, especially as they left on free transfers. The second was the multi-billion-pound Media Pro broadcast fiasco, which plunged Ligue 1 into financial disarray as a result of the loss of a huge funding stream, and with it the revenue and available spend that filtered down to clubs. And thirdly, this season, the shaking up of Ligue 1 with a reduction in the size of the league to just 18 clubs, placing Brest among others in greater danger of dropping down a tier. So the question remains, what has been the reason for their success so far this season? Well, amidst these concerns, the manager Eric Roy has been a shining light for the fans. After Michel de Zakarian was sacked last season, Frenchman Eric Roy was appointed to the role of head coach. It was certainly an interesting appointment, with Roy not managing another club since he left Nice in 2011, a long time to be away from coaching. Instead, however, he spent a decade working as a sporting director at Nice, Lens and Watford, and it is this work that has been a contributor to Brest's current success. His experience as a sporting director has allowed for a strong relationship with Brest's sporting director Gregory Lorenzi, creating a positive, conductive relationship conducive of good results and growth as a side. And naturally, credit should also be given to his coaching capacities. Despite the long length of time away from the game, Roy's tenure has been hugely successful. He immediately galvanised the squad last season and pushed them away from the drop. Even though he took charge of just 60% of their games, he oversaw 75% of the club's wins. Roy has been given time to mould the squad in his image, and he has used that time to good effect. When describing their success, he has noted several key pillars. We're moving forward and trying to cultivate a culture of humility and of hard work, without forgetting that we can have ambition. This has presented itself in a squad equipped with battling midfielders, willing attackers and a collective fluidity and hard-working nature within a frequented 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3. Yet whilst the mantra of one for all may ring true, like with any successful team, Brest too have individuals that have stepped up for the side. The first is Del Castillo. The 27-year-old is currently the club's leading goalscorer and creator, and has been instrumental to the team's progress. After a mixed period at Rennes, Del Castillo made the decision to depart to Brest in the summer of 2021. While it may have been perceived as a drop-down, it is here where he has flourished in his career. Despite showing some potential in his previous seasons, his third at Brest has been a revelation where the winger has become the first name on the team sheet. Roy has brought the best out of him and pushed him to add goals to his game and elevate his influence in matches. The next is Pierre-Lise Milou, the linchpin of Brest's success. Having been a discarded youth product of Bordeaux, Milou has risen from semi-professional football to now the pillar at the heart of Eric Roy's overperforming side. He's highly versatile and reliable, and has been a success both acting in front of the defence, battling in midfield, and on the offensive, driving up the pitch and acting as a creative spark. At the heart of defence is Lilian Brassier. The 24-year-old is one of the most coveted assets in Ligue 1 and has been essential to the team. Despite arriving from Rennes in 2021, the defender has demonstrated his skill set most poignantly this season. Key to their solidity, he is a commanding presence with strengths as an effective interceptor, tackler, and aerial dueler. And finally, in goal, Marco Bizot. The Dutchman has provided security between the sticks and has a respectable 8 clean sheets so far this season, alongside a string of high-quality performances. Something that is reflected in his save percentage of 80%, placing him within the 96th percentile across Europe's top 5 leagues. So the question remains, can Brest maintain their momentum to the end of this season? Let me know your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe.